You want all the documents with all the formulas because every single one of those C's, the culture, clarity, capacity, cash, each comes with several different teachings behind them, and you need all of them. But let's go into the 6 returns. Okay. Everybody talks about return on investment, and return on investment is it's important. Like, say I invested about $100,000 to get that pool servicing company. Well, with 100 clients, it's I don't even know how many it has. Maybe it's 110 or 120. But all of a sudden, it's making $3, $4, $5,000 a month. Like, it's a startup. Like, it's a 1-year-old company, so it's not where I'm getting rich, right? But at $36,000 a year or $40,000 a year that's coming in, I'm making a 40% return on my ROI, right? Well, what happens in 2.5 years, assuming no growth ever? Well, if there's no growth ever, is a 40% return good? And in 2.5 years, did I get all my fucking money back? Yeah.
Yeah.
So once you have 100% of your money back, stop talking about ROI. Like, your return on investment is infinite at that point. So you're literally stroking yourself. And it's about as productive as masturbation. Like, you want to have a kid, you need a partner, right? So stop talking about something that's unproductive. Like, now we need to move to ROM, return on marketing. Okay? Because if you're talking about the wrong thing and you're wanting to get to the right direction, you're never going to get there. Like, you can't find what you're looking for if you're looking in the wrong place. Like, if I'm like, hey man, I really want to find the right girl. I'm in love. I want to fall in love. And I go to a gay bar and I'm not gay. I'm probably in trouble. Okay. You're not going to find the right thing in the wrong place. So ROI goes away then, and you need to go to ROM, return on marketing, cost of customer acquisition. What does it cost me to get my customer? What is my process? And you really got to get into a science here and get detailed. But then once you refine that down, you can rinse, repeat. Like we had one of the guys from Shark Tank come on and teach this. And it was one of the most brilliant teachings that I'd ever seen. And I had already had ROM on my list of returns, but I'd never heard it in the way he presented it. And it just made it so simple on the cost of customer acquisition and building that, because that's sort of like the ROI on your marketing, which is the ongoing investment that you're doing.
Right.
Next, you start saying, okay, well, let's look at some other returns. Like, and you have return on emotion. Like, if you don't love what you're doing, stop, go find something you love, you know? You have return on time. Like, is it worth your time to be doing what you're doing? Like, that pool servicing company, you think I run it? No. I built a sales program where we go find, and if you're a pool servicer, use this. We go find everybody who just bought a house in El Paso using the real estate data that we have that has a pool. You know what we know when they move in? They're disorganized. So we drop off flyers at their door. We get leads all fucking day because here's people that bought a house to have a pool, and they're so busy moving their furniture and doing all this that their pool looks like shit. So they all call us. We give them all a free month of service just so they can try us out. 90% of those people hire us because they then trust us because we did a good fucking job the first month. Mm-hmm. And I have no sales team, no salesman. I use MLS data, and I'm blowing up a fucking pool servicing company in less than a year. And you guys can all do that here and completely fuck the bad pool servicers in your market. And so cost of customer acquisition. Okay, it's flyers and MLS data. Mm-hmm. And then I go hire more pool servicers, and I make them go to at least 10 units a day. And if they don't have 10 units a day, they drop 10 flyers a day. It's that simple.
Simple KPIs.
It grows fast. Okay. So, return on time, I'm not doing it. So what's my return on time? Well, it's fucking 40% of my $100,000. And I'll be paid off in 2 years. All right. Well, what are the other ones? And these are the ones that I like the most because they're fascinating. There's return on balance sheet equity. You need to reinvest in your business. Like, if you're not reinvesting in your business, then your business is never going to have a structure. Like, you can't have a structure if you don't reinvest in it. And then there's also return on debt, which some people call risk. I call it debt because it's a very specific type of risk. When return on balance sheet equity and return on debt are the exact same number, you are at that point scaling at the maximum possible safe trajectory for your industry. So I look at return on investment, return on marketing together. I look at return on time, return on emotion together. And I look at return on debt and balance sheet equity together. And I'm looking for the arcs. And then I track these on what we call a strategic driver analysis. And then the strategic driver analysis is just basically an Excel sheet or a software that gives you a lot of KPIs, which go into the KPIs. I think the KPIs are the people. I think the people do a great job description. And that's what your COO, CFO, and CEO should be doing every month. And by the way, I'm in the market for a good CTO. So if you guys know a technology officer, I fucking need one.
So explain to me,